Fossil reveals an animal with a bite force 2 times stronger than Tyrannosaurus Rex. A bite-scarred shin bone of a prehistoric sloth unearthed in the Amazonian rainforest was killed by a giant crocodile with the strongest bite force ever measured in the animal kingdom that stalked the swamps 13 million years ago. In this video, we go over the discovery of a fossil reveals an animal with a bite force 2 times stronger than Tyrannosaurus Rex. Welcome to Trending's Finest, where we give you the hottest updates on the world's most viral news, videos, and stories in the most exciting format. Click that subscribe button and hit the notification bell to not miss a single beat of the world's pulse. When a young crocodile-like caiman chopped down on the hind leg of a ground sloth 13 million years ago near the Napo River in Peru, it left behind 46 tooth marks as evidence. In today's video, we go over the fascinating discovery, the animal's diet, and most importantly, its death roll maneuver that can bring down prey twice its size. The discovery. The ground sloth was likely about 176 pounds, similar in size to modern capybaras, the largest modern living rodents in the world. Capybaras can be found in South America, and the ancient sloth was no match for the bite force of the young apex predator Purosaurus, which left pits, scoring, and deep punctures in the sloth's leg bone. Researchers have been able to reconstruct the scene of the attack after analyzing the unfortunate ground sloth's hind leg bone. Study author Rodolfo Salas Grismondi declared that the ancient caiman Purosaurus had a bite force of 7 tons, more than 4 times the strongest bite ever measured in the animal kingdom. The next strongest bite comes from the modern saltwater crocodile, Crocodylus porosus, which has a bite force of 1.6 tons. To add a bit more perspective, 7 tons is about the weight of an elephant, also a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and not to mention 27 times the weight of professional wrestler Andre the Giant. Salas Grismondi goes on to share that this is an unusual snapshot of the feeding behavior of the largest non-marine predator since the extinction of non-avian dinosaurs. Among the thousands of fossil bones from these Amazonian localities up to now, the tibia of the sloth is the only bone with tooth marks that have been discovered. The fossil of the ground sloth's damaged tibia was found in 2004 by Francois Pujos, study co-author and paleontologist specializing in evolution of ground sloths at the Instituto Argentino de Nivologia, Glaciología, and Ciencias Ambientales in Mendoza, Argentina. After collecting the tibia and 15 years of studying the animals that lived in the area, the research team, including French, Peruvian, and American scientists, concluded the fate of the unfortunate ground sloth. Other predators living in South America at the time included marsupials, crocodiles, and giant flightless birds. The birds didn't have teeth, and the bite marks from marsupial teeth don't match those on the bone. So, researchers analyzed teeth from the different types of ancient crocodiles and caimans to see which one fit best. The strong, blunted, cone-shaped teeth of Purosaurus matched the deep, large punctures on the bone. Parts of the bone had even collapsed under the force of the bite. Purosaurus was probably lurking from the swamps, and the ground sloth might have roamed the shores of lakes and swamp to eat plants, explains Dr. Salas Grismondi. Purosaurus thrived across Amazonia until around 7 million years ago, and their skulls have been found all over South America. Following the demise of the dinosaurs, the Purosaurus was the largest predator the world had seen and has no parallel in the modern world. It went extinct about 7 million years ago as smaller rivals found it easier to adapt to a changing climate. But before it went extinct, it surely did a lot of damage to the local fauna. Stay tuned for the even more interesting parts: what other poor creatures the colossal Purosaurus eats, and the scary limb-tearing death roll maneuver this massive beast was capable of. Their mighty diet. The crocs could grow to 43 feet long and weigh 8.5 tons, and the team calculated its bite force was equal to 7 tons. Scientists say its bite was 20 times the strength of a great white shark. With this bite force, one could say the Purosaurus was on a seafood diet. When they see food, they eat it. Adult Purosaurus individuals were able to incorporate to their diet anything, no matter the size or hardness. The giant caiman was an apex predator and fed on large vertebrates, snakes, turtles, mammals, and birds, and had a bite twice as powerful as T-Rex. Aside from the ground sloth tibia, this is shown in the fossilized carapace of an ancient large turtle at a museum where Salus Gismondi works. This fossil shows that an adult Purosaurus took a bite of 25 inches out of the turtle's shell and amputated one of its hind legs. However, unlike the ground sloth, the turtle survived based on evidence of bone regeneration in the carapace. Run for your lives, Raphael, Michelangelo, Leonardo, and Donatello! The extinct Purosaurus needed roughly 40 kilograms of food daily, 20 times the requirement for a modern American alligator. Its 7-ton bite force is far stronger than even Tyrannosaurus, the previous strongest biter on land. Like the T-Rex, the Purosaurus was an unchallenged apex predator with no real competition from fellow carnivores. It could take on mammals weighing greater than a ton, and its skull was specially strengthened to withstand the pressures of such a force. The death roll maneuver. Purosaurus could perform the death roll maneuver today's crocodiles use to kill, and this was likely the fate which befell the sloth, researchers believe. To witness the death roll of a crocodile is to witness sheer power and force. We all know that crocs can't chew, so they're just like, the hell with this, and they start ripping it to shreds, eating bone and all. Crocodiles, unlike other predators, do not have teeth meant for chewing or tearing flesh. So crocodiles clamp down on the prey with their powerful jaws and perform what's known as a death roll. They tear off chunks of flesh by rotating their body and swallowing them. Imagine a creature which weighs more than a ton with a bone-crushing bite force more than 2 tons performing a death roll. It's powerful enough to cause dislocations or snap a human arm. What's more, if you multiplied this to the size of the Purosaurus, this is how they bring down larger prey, sometimes twice their size. So, that's how a croc death rolls. But why do they do it? It's used for 4 activities. 1. Subduing prey. 2. Eating prey. 3. Fighting with other crocs and humans. 4. Making a getaway. Crocs fight with others over territory and they try to rip each other's limbs off. Yeah, you read that right. Mean old crocs have been found with stubs for legs and a bitten off tail from fights. I definitely wouldn't want to get in the middle of that fight. More so a death roll fight between 2 bus-sized Purosauruses. The Purosaurus is among the largest crocodilians to have ever been found and one of the biggest reptiles to exist after the dinosaurs' extinction. What other prehistoric animals have you learned about lately? Tell us in the comments down below so we can compare amazing notes. We don't want humans going extinct anytime soon, so we've gathered the most up-to-date information on the 6 science-backed and CDC-recommended features of a face mask, where to buy, and even how to make one, no sewing needed, all in our video, What to Look For in a Face Mask According to Science and the CDC. Check it out. Thanks for watching. This is Trending's Finest. Always the trendiest, always the finest.